All right, we're back. We're back with the review of The Last of Us season two. I don't know why I couldn't remember the name, but that's probably I know why. It's because it was very, I wouldn't say forgettable, but it was just very dry. That's what it is. Like the first season, it was enjoyable. I think the very first season, of Last of Us, it was like a really good adaptation, practically a solid 1-to-1, if you will. Good story. I think they really balanced too, like the story with the action. Because like if you're doing like a video game adaptation, the story has to be like really good, but at the same time, I think like when you add gameplay, like I'm just gonna example when you're playing a video game, you're mainly there for like fun, good gameplay. Then on top of that, you get the story in the background. So like you're playing the game to get further in the story, you know. But when you're watching the show, that you playing the game to get to the story doesn't happen. It's kind of just you're getting the full story now. So to keep the engagement going, you can have like really good character interactions as well, good acting. At the same time, since I'm not playing the game more, you got to keep me engaged with the, I want to say, is it the set pieces? I think that's the word. Like, you know, action scenes, drama, stuff like that. So they got to keep me really engaged when it comes to the story for the TV show. Season one did that pretty well, but season two, it didn't really hit the same. And it mainly goes back to like what I said in my previous video. We're talking about The Last of Us, and even when it comes to season two and my thoughts on it. Because like in my last video, it was like had been like when the show dropped, so it had been like a couple years ago, 2 years ago. My issue with Last of Us game was just, you know, how the story was arranged and whatnot. And like how we kind of just got Abby later on when it would have been better for the story for Abby to like show up earlier, get her story, then go into Ellie and then her revenge story and whatnot. Like just the organization of the story, if done right in that way, it'd be much smoother than us having a more understanding for Abby, you know? And so with that in mind, I would think, okay, the HBO has a TV show. They heard reviews of the game, like people love the game and whatnot, but like the story was just iffy for some people, not all people. So you would think they would like take notes of that and like try to, you know, what's the word we're looking for? And try to navigate, I would just use navigate, in a way to make their story flow so we could better understand Abby, but at the same time feel for Ellie. You feel me? That was not the case. They are practically doing, again, another 1-to-1, which is admirable. Like, I get you want to make a good 1-to-1 for the show, but at the same time, the story for The Last of Us 2 was just disorganized. And it's crazy enough because who was it? It was like a while back, a YouTuber, I think everyone knows this guy, Moist Critical, Penguin Zero. He was talking about the same thing, like, bro, I'm glad someone understands what I'm saying right now. We're just the organization of the story. Like, for season one, I feel like what they should have done was it's either one or two things. Like, for the first season, for season two, I should say, they should have had it so we build up to Abby, or not even that. Like, the first episode, them killing Joel and whatnot, that's cool. But then we cut back to the flashback and build it up to, you know, Abby's journey of why she's killing Joel, her adventures towards that and whatnot. Do that full flashback. Then we cut to the present now of Ellie now going on her revenge mission towards Abby. So now we understand why Abby did what she did. But now because of that, we then circle back to Ellie and her adventures to get revenge for Joel. You know what I mean? So just like flipping the order will make the story a lot smoother. You know what I mean? And even too with season two, like how they did it, it was like okay, just very dry. Like I don't like the flashbacks back and forth. I feel like once again, like even if we want to do like the whole Ellie route first, Ellie goes first, then Abby season three, fine. But I feel like with the flashbacks, they should at least had it. So like, when did they do it? I'm trying to remember the order of how they did this. Because Joel died. Then it was like the adventures of Ellie. Then she had like a flashback of Joel before everything. Then like the big argument and whatnot. Then present. So yeah. Dare I say, I feel like instead of having this flashback back and forth from present to morning or present to past with Ellie, instead just have like all of them again, like, you know, build up their good times, their bad times. Then Joel revealing the truth about what he did, and then now we're in the present. They're kind of rocky, but they're trying to gain towards being on good terms again. Then right when that happens, boom, Abby comes in, murks Joel. Then the later half of season 2 was just Ellie for a revenge tour. Then we cut to Abby and then her revenge tour, why she's going to get revenge for Joel. I feel like with that, we've got a good build up to Joel's death. And at the same time, emotional build up as well. Because we all like Joel. And I feel like what they killed him like episode 2, doing that was a good shock value. Like, dang, that really happened. But if they would have did flashbacks first, making that like the present, then building up to the flashback first, then Joel dying, then revenge tour, then Abby. I feel like that would have been like a very smoother way of keeping engagement going for me, I guess. Because I think the flashback back and forth was just taking me out of the show. Then at the same time, like, there wasn't like heavy action, which wasn't keeping me engaged too. It was just kind of boring, and just a story which is kind of not all over the place, but could have been executed better, I should say. But yeah, overall, it just was a kind of a mess season. I was really watching the show in the background, for real. Not super engaged, doing other stuff like all my emails and whatnot. It was just like a background show. So I think season 3 will be kind of better because like Abby's storyline's been interesting with the are they called the Scars? Well, her backstory, dealing with them, saving one of the scarred children and whatnot, and their escape plans. Like that was pretty engaging as well. So maybe that will have more action in it, hopefully, because like this season was just more character driven, but the execution of the character driven story was just kind of meh to me. You feel me? But yeah, that's it for this review. Kind of short, kind of whatever, I guess. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys, there we go, enjoyed my thoughts about the season 2 of The Last of Us. Just meh. That's it. I know I keep saying that, but that's all I gotta say. You feel me? But yeah, that's it for the video. If you like the video though, please subscribe, like the video, all that fun stuff. I'll catch you guys next time, okay?